Welcome to another episode of Bridgehouse Company Secretaries, Company Secretary Quickfire. I'm here in Trafalgar Square with Nick Ivory, Company Secretarial Assistant at National Grid, as well as the Chair of the Student Forum for the ICSA. Nick, thank you for joining us.
Great pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So let's get started. How would you describe your role in one word?
I'd probably have to say diverse. I think most company secretaries will tell you that no day is exactly the same. We deal with such a range of internal, external stakeholders at such a wide range of levels, whether they're junior, mid-level, or right up to sort of chair, board members within the business, which means that anything could land on our desk and makes everything so different each day.
So what would you say has been the greatest achievement of your career so far?
It's hard to sort of place it on one. I'm sort of relatively new, if you like, to the profession. I've been in my role at National Grid for 15 months. And sort of in that time, I've had the opportunity to do one full corporate cycle in terms of getting the AGM done, the annual report, and everything else that sort of comes with that traditional corporate cycle, which I feel was successful to get under my belt. But also just securing that first role, it is really competitive for individuals looking to get that sort of first junior role. So I do view that as a success for me, and also sort of getting those first few passes in my ICSA exams as well.
Perfect. So, on the flip side of that, what would you say has been your greatest challenge so far?
Again, I think it's a tricky question, but a few people know that I had a real transition from my last job, which was at DMJ, to a new job at National Grid as company secretary. It was a real steep learning curve. I've had to be a bit of a sponge, take in as much as possible and continue to do so. So I think it's probably a challenge which I've really embraced, and I'm looking forward to the further challenges of learning as much as possible, taking as much in, so I can sort of continue my personal and professional development as well.
Fantastic. So when the day is done and you're able to put everything down, what do you like to do to unwind?
I'd probably say it's just sort of any form of sports. It doesn't have to be playing. I love watching sports. If there's any sort of football, rugby on, so it's Six Nations season at the moment, which is brilliant. But also, I only live about 3-4 miles away, so I cycle home, which is just a nice way to let loose and unwind. But yeah, I'd probably say sort of any form of sports, whether it's watching, playing, attending as well. The Oval's just around the corner from home, which is nice. So sort of anything in that ballpark, really.
Perfect. And your final question is, how would you describe the future of the company secretarial role?
I think most people tell you there's never been a better time to be a company secretary. There's such sort of new spotlight on governance, and regulation is constantly changing. More and more companies, boards are bringing in, whether it's their first company secretary or a position they haven't had for a while, that they're bringing it back into the fold. So I think the profession is really growing, and it'd be really interesting to see how, as company secretaries, we support moving that profession forward through whether it's technology that we can embrace or other areas to continue to be that trusted advisor to the organisation and the boardroom. I think it'll be a really interesting period as company secretaries look forward.
Fantastic. Well, Nick, thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. Definitely appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And tune in next time for another episode of our Company Secretary Quickfire. Bye.
Bye.